pouring out. Been pouring out all day. One of my new fans, new friends for that matter, out here, posted under one of my videos that he feels sorry for my mom because she can't talk to me without me yelling at her. Well, I'd like to state for the record that's not really true, okay? There have been videos where obviously she doesn't know I'm creating a video, and I have, you know, I didn't want to throw my video away, so in the videos where I've you know, it was an angry yelling, it was frustrated yelling, but you think about how many hours are in a day. I don't yell at my mother that much or that often. I really don't. It's just that when I do, she's like me. Just like when she was with abusers, you know. She and I, we're not the type to fight back. We're the type to internalize it all and cower. So like I told my shelter friend, who, by the way, you know, consistently tells me, you know, I need to cut myself some slack, because she's like, you're a good daughter, you know, you're human, you know. But in my world, I'm never good enough, never kind enough, never whatever. And see, in my perfect world, I would be filled with infinite love for everything and everybody. I don't even love myself. I don't even want to be here. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, my mother frequently does get on my last nerve. And then when I don't have the patience that I wished I had with her, I hate myself, because, like I said, she's the type, you know, I know that it's causing her pain. That's why I know deep down I need to just get out of here. I need to distance myself from her. I do. Particularly in light of the fact that despite the 50-some-odd videos where I said that I created and said to the contrary, I've decided to not fight my aunt. But you know what? Something has to give, and unfortunately the something that's gonna give is my relationship with my mother. Not that it's gonna end, it'll never, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, so long as Marion has all this power over my mother and my mother's perfectly happy with that, then my mother and I will never be as close as, you know, she might wish we could be. Just not gonna happen. Unfortunately, and my friend was like, well, your mother loves both of you, you should make her choose. But I'm not making her choose. I'm not wrong here. My aunt's wrong. Everything my aunt has done in regards to this power she has over my mother has not been on the up and up. It's wrong. Okay? I'm not wrong. She's wrong. I'm not telling my mother not to love my aunt. That doesn't, not what we mean by, I mean by choosing. It means stick up for what's right. It means that as it stands, I mean, I'm not even going to repeat it. I've repeated it so many times, okay? The This isn't me being a little brat of you either love you me or love you. No. I'm telling you that if my mom says boo to Marion, you're going to see Marion's going to turn against my mother. I'm not turning against my mother. I'm not going to fight it. What more love can I want to fight it, and I'm not gonna, because it's gonna hurt my mom on top of her sister, the others, the good sister dying, and fuck it. I'm not gonna fight it. Not gonna fight it. I'm not even gonna send Marion links to my stuff. Not because Marion can hurt me. Marion has no power over me anymore, but she'll turn on my mom. I know it. I've seen it in the past, okay? But if Marion finds out about this, I told my mom, I'm like, part of my, I said something like, what I love about making myself famous on YouTube is the fact that I know that Marion will be so enraged. Marion can't stand me to whatever. I don't care. As for what my friend wrote, well, join the club. I feel sorry for my mom too. She just wants to please everyone. She wants to have her cake and eat it too. Her beloved sister's dying. She's not even remotely as close to Marion as she is to the one who's dying, okay? Of course I feel sorry for her. And then, she knows that I have to leave. Because of the way she thinks and the way she behaves, and pretty much I have resentment and anger towards her. It's justifiable, but it's like I say to my shelter friend, but again, my shelter friend would say, you're human, Laura, We're like, yeah, but it's not her fault she acts like that, shelter friend. Yeah, but you have problems too, Laura, and you're human, I have to get out of here. I'm just growing more and more resentful towards her. But I've decided to not. I'm not gonna fight my aunt. Just gonna distance myself from my mother instead. Oh well, man. Oh the fuck well, because I can't even believe all this shit. I not only can't believe it, I cannot accept it. See? Can't accept everything I've been through over these last 4.5 years. I can't accept it. I cannot believe it even happened. I'm not gonna fight any of it. I'm not gonna fight her. Because it'll just get ugly, and it'll force my poor mother to be in the middle. It just all makes me so fucking angry, so I just need to get away, okay? My mother can have her sister. I'll just be a once in a while part of my mother's life. Because it can't be, My friend can feel as sorry as he wants to for my mother. She can't have her cake and eat it too. It cannot be that everything just goes on fine, and I don't fight Marion, and you know, but everything just, no, it can't. It's one or the other. My mother either stands beside me while I fight Marion, or I will just distance myself from my mother. I mean, not completely. You know what I mean. I distance myself. Just... unfortunately, that's how it has to be. And my new friend, he can think all he wants. Well, you know, it's not fair that your mother, she loves both of you. No, but Marion's wrong. You understand? Marion, it's all wrong what she's done. All wrong. Whatever. You know, as an aside, I can't stand Marion's husband either. They belong together. They're two of a kind. I can give you two examples. One from a long time ago. My musician ex and I were going to the family cookout. He was meeting these people for the first time. He later told me, he's like, I cannot believe Marion's husband, say his name's Jack, okay? I can't believe your uncle sat there and drank beer in front of us and didn't offer us any. See, at our family cookout, nobody would be drinking, but, you know, my musician ex would have had a beer, and Marion's husband just sat there and drank the beers right in front of everyone and didn't even ask. Didn't even ask. And then when my mom had to be on Zyprexa and got heavy and all this crap, she went to she went to Thanksgiving over my aunt's, and my uncle actually ridiculed her belly, said something. Here's this mentally ill woman who's, because of your wife, not solely, but you know what I mean. She 5 times sectioned into different mental hospitals in the year, 11 months time, and she has to be on 3 powerful psych meds now, and you're gonna ridicule her that she's overweight now? You see what just makes me disgusted with all of this? You think my mom remembers that? No, but she called me up in LA and she told me when it happened. I remember it all. I'm the one that's cursed. Unless what? I start doing heroin? Maybe heroin would make me forget. And believe me, even when I've smoked pot or drank obscenely, I still don't forget anything. Okay? Probably only hard drugs, crack or heroin, would cause me to forget. Actually, I'm not going to do that, though. I'm just making a point. In a perfect world, I would have infinite patience with my mom. In a perfect world, my mother would have never gotten sick. In a perfect world, my mother's insecurity and whatnot would have never subjected her little girl to an abusive alcoholic, which is what my mom did when I was between the ages of 4 and 12, okay? We don't live in a perfect world. My friend writes, I feel sorry for your mom. She can't talk to you without you yelling at her. But these are not normal circumstances, okay? I'm filled with resentment and anger. My mother's illness causes her to be completely blind to the truth. I'm not the one who's wrong here. My aunt's wrong. Okay? So I'm not gonna fight it, but I don't hide anything from my mom. I tell her I hate Marion. I tell her Marion's a cunt. I remind her of things that Marion's done to both her and to me over the years. And I tell the truth, like, you're not gonna fight her, Unfortunately, this is a situation, and this is going out to you, my new friend. I know, that you like me and whatnot, that you feel bad for my mom because she can't talk to me without me yelling at her. To understand things she says sometimes, or even when she starts talking about Marion or whatever, trigger me, okay? They trigger me. There's no solution to this. None. 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 I'm barely here. I've barely been here for a long time now. But denial sometimes is actually a good thing, because I could not fucking believe it. On top of everything else, I was in that shelter instead of here with Omar and my mom and healing like I'd been promised by my mother would be the case. Instead, I'm in a fucking co-ed homeless shelter when the last thing I want to be around is any man, let alone men who could be rapists or whatever, Have dinner, breakfast, lunch with you don't know who you're having dinner, breakfast, and lunch with. That's where I ended up. And I fucking dropped 30 pounds while I was in there, literally. More than 34. That kind of discipline, that kind of just whatever, really should have made it a lot further in life than I did, But of course, in my prime, when I, got sidetracked by being with a monster instead of pursuing my dreams, I made the choice. It was the wrong one. Although I still could have wound up dead, whatever. I don't blame people for feeling sorry for my mother, that I'm quote-unquote mean to her. I feel bad for her too. Unfortunately, the only solution is for me to leave. You think she wants me to leave? Oh, believe me, she'd rather me yell at her 10 times a day than leave. I'm good to her. Her life is more stimulating. She's more alive. She's more everything with me here, okay? She knows it too. But I can't stay. Cannot stay. But I'm not going to abandon her right when her sister's dying either, I don't think the sister's going to last much longer. I got upset when my new fan, says he's a fan for life. And I got upset when he wrote what he wrote, but I understand it, because he's a new fan. He hasn't been, only those who have been following me for the past, since for 2.5, 3 years or whatever, could understand. You can't get caught up in my videos when I have thousands of videos. You just can't. So you get bits and pieces in my newer videos where I went into detail in the older ones. But I'm not gonna hide. My mom knows. I told her, like, part of the reason I love making myself famous out on YouTube is because I know Marion would be beyond enraged, livid if she ever found out. Part of my joy and happiness in this, creating these videos, of course, it's very cathartic for me. It always has been. But sticking it to Marion, though she doesn't know I am, but I know it. I know she'd be furious. She cannot stand to see me, whatever, be anything, believe in myself, you pick it, you name it, So that's the way it goes. Go to bed. I can't believe after I said I was gonna fight it, I'm not gonna. How can I not fight? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm like, it's hard. The other sisters, even my shelter friend said, my mom said, well, can you just at least wait till the other sister dies? Like, my poor mom, Marion's wrong. I don't know. It's not because I don't want to fight it. It's not because I don't have the means to fight it. Because both those things, would not be true. I do want to fight it. It's my mother that's going to be hurt in all of it, It's my mother that will be hurt. And on top of her sister dying on her, I just think, fuck. Unfortunately, though, my resentment and anger only builds up and builds up each day. Especially when my mom tells me this, that about Marion and thinks I'm supposed to care. I don't fucking care, Mom. She's my enemy. She's your sister. And, just don't share anything with me. I don't want to even know. Care. Oh, sucks. Oh, fucking sucks. I cannot take it. I don't think there's any hope for me in regards to anything. But as I said, I did get my body back. And this body, can at least, at the very least, since I can't have any of the other shit the normal people get to have, I can get fun, sex, and excitement into my life. I already did it. I told you I did it 5 weeks ago. And I have, fun and excitement with my shelter friend, and, at least I can have that. Good thing for me, I love sex, so I can at least think about the fact that this body, might eventually get some hot guy lusting after me. I'm not looking for love. I'm not looking for whatever. I would like to experience for the first time in my life that. Just a guy I'm as hot for as he's hot for me, and, doesn't have to be anything except just that we're hot for each other. Because it's not going to be a long-term relationship, you know what I mean? But then again, my mind always thinks, and I don't want to just do that with just anybody, because then, you have to think about, all the bad little things that can happen. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's just... There's no solution to any of it. I did go to the court a couple weeks ago, and talked to 3 lawyers. Fighting Marion, it'll all come out in the open. And my mother will have to be that's why I'm not doing it, because I'm not cold-hearted, and I'll have to get my mom declared incompetent. It'd just be a big fucking mess. Okay? I wish my mom would just be on my side. I wish she would just, do the right thing. If she does the right thing, though, and it is the right thing, since I am the daughter and Marion, the half-sister, did this all by myself. But my mom does the right thing, and you think Marion won't turn against her? She will. That's why my friend who wrote, your mother loves her sister and you, she shouldn't have to choose, whatever, and, and accusing me of yelling at my mom, or whatever, Marion's in the wrong. And believe me, Marion will turn against my mom if my mom brings any of this up. She'll turn against her. I know it. I can predict it. I know it. I know it. Based on all the things that Marion has done and said to my mom over the years, all the things that my mom's rapidly declining memory, causes her to not remember. This is a good thing. She doesn't remember it all. But I remember it.